the honourable member is saying is that he will rather the poor were poorer, provided the rich were less rich. He would rather talk about the gap. He would rather talk about the gap, talk about the gap. He would rather talk about the gap. He would rather talk about the gap, talk about the gap. Talk about the gap. Start to talk about the gap, they'd rather the gap was that. Down here. Not that. But that. Not that. But that. You do not create wealth and opportunity that way. You do not create property-owning democracy that way. Property-owning democracy that way.
I heard it too. Sounds near. The answer to our plea. You-hoo!
Were you hooing at me?
I am the butcher.
And I am the baker.
How do you do? I'm the ice cream maker.
Why were you singing so happily?
Won't you come into my plant and see?
Life I spend staring out the picture window. Get out my bathrobe, just about 3:45. I roll the motorboat right over to go with the flow. I stall it in the wicked waterfall in front of your door, and I cause shivers the likes of which beginners never meant to invite. I pop a wheelie that'll ruin your bike. I wasn't chasing it, I'm falling out my body upright. I hit the earth running, citizens begin to delight in the statue of an apparition crashing the gate. I missed to masturbate my way to Paris, smashing the plate. I state my name and number even when I'm asked on the day. I got a room with a view, but ain't got no room to escape. I'm as magic as whips riding with the bird in the trunk. I wave my wand to make you disappear as fast as a bug. But ain't no bringing you back, cause ain't no raising you up. That ain't the plan, final decision when my mind is made up. In the picnic blanket, ruining lunch. And I'm the type of pal to throw an extra birthday punch. And I wreck the recreation center, stepping on your aviators. Test to the founder of the feast when he's inebriated. Let's face the bird a little wet behind the ears. I got some trouble in my tank to make my battery bubble. I boil best in a pot of salted water or essence in the air like a vile vapor, taking your hair out in clumps. You living right next to a nuclear dump. And baby boy, am I hazardous to average chumps. I'm as magic as whips riding with the bird in the trunk. I wave my wand to make you disappear as fast as a bug. Get up front like a hole and smashed in a jump. When it collide with the semi on the highway to Porto Rico with a simple smash, ain't nobody looking for us. We abandon the broke vehicle, proceed to be up. Wounded in the wet-driven slush. You know it's dangerous to pick up violent strangers like us. And here we're bleeding on the extra ramp with dangling us. Would you be shocked to know we stick you for a couple of bucks? Take the cannolis out the Buick, leave the body in such. Without a hymnal or a sermon, we ain't superstitious. Spelling your name out on the mirror in the snow is enough. There ain't a spell or potion for you, that's the bitch of the bunch. Use magic as whips riding with the bird in the trunk. The wave I wanna make it disappear as fast as a bump. But ain't no bringing you back, cause ain't no raising you up. That ain't the plan, final decision when my mind is made up. This magic is whips riding with the bird in the trunk. The wave I wanna make it disappear as fast as a bump. Ain't no bringing you back, cause ain't no raising you up. That ain't the plan, final decision when my mind is made up.
Time to see some more? Well then, let's move on to the druggist store. And a very good friend is he.
So I must be close, I'm in your hearts. Feel me breathe, hold me close in your arms. Cradle me, cradle me. Feeling like some parasite in the eyes of Jesus Christ. So tell me secrets no one else knows. I'll take you somewhere far from home. Don't care if God made man, 'cause man made slaves to live a hopeless life in heavy chains. So put your finger like a pistol at your own, and find the strength to finally rise up from the kitchen. Are you still awake like I am? Or maybe asleep and dreaming? Something inside won't let me awaking like a memory. The color of her skin dress, the way she shakes so elegant, the way you see the world from your sharp eyes and smile like some older time. Maybe you know found a better way. Help me out sometimes, 'cause I'm starting to break. I live alone tonight in disbelief. I sing a song tonight in a skeleton cave. Skeleton cave. If you find some way to me tonight, but the city, the streets and neon signs will wander lost and I'm asleep. Hold on so tight while I'm orbiting. If you find some brand new way to fly, promise me you'll take me by your side. Oh, your eyes are nice, cradle me. We'll sing together in the skeleton cave. In our skeleton cave. In our skeleton cave. In our skeleton cave.
The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. Life is a hustle. If you bustle, you might not make the struggle. Things have changed. The game looking different now. Yet haters still hate, cause they gon' hate anyhow. Even friends will hate when they see you making top cash. Even jealous family got plans to get you off task. Sibling rivalry can be the worst. It's all about who can hit that big lick first. With all this going on, you wonder who needs enemies. Don't keep your enemies close, keep them far away as a seed. Cause enemies are quick to put a bullet in your brain and make sure that they never find your remains. As for me, I chill so low on the low. If I ain't with my set or my big bros, shopping at the mall, at the movies, always with a big booty cutie. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. Now I'm in the game doing top things. It's a trip. Work the hustle, brain. Cocaine is a stain, money is the tussle. And now keeping haters off my back is a struggle. It seems they praying for my fall from grace, and they praying that today it take place. But I'm too quick on my feet to let them spite me. I learned that from my survival in the streets, and now my money got different. Haters was jealous cause for me it was God sent, and now the money is crazy. It's a trip, it done made me kinda lazy. And now it's bad chicks in and out my house. They come back cause oftentimes they forget they lost. And now they giving up no goods. It's got me screaming, in money I trust. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life. The hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle, the hustle of life.
Are you kidding me? Are you into Vaporwave? Oh, Vaporwave's St. Pepsi's my man. Are you serious? Uncle the Gorilla's Vaporwave was the natural progression. I got this guy. Wow, Chris, we gotta talk afterwards.
It's coming through.
Recording live from the Hypercube Go studios here in the heart of America's California, Orlando, Florida. I'm Dr. Fox, and this is a special production just for Joker TV, because we're good pals, we're buddies, you know, longtime friends of each other. I mean, I remember back in the day, the stories I could tell you, the shenanigans that we got into. I remember that one time behind the bear cage. Whew. Anyway, this is a special interview with another friend of Hypercube, my good personal pal and an aficionado of the Central Florida artistic scene. It's Joshua Rogers. Come on in, buddy. How you doing today?
Doing great. How you doing?
Oh, you know, I'm just holding up. So, Joker TV asked me to run through a couple of questions with you today so we could let the kids at home know a little bit more about you and what it is that you do. That's, you know, I guess that's what we do these days, other than just sitting and playing Fortnite for 17 hours straight.
Well, you know what they say about curiosity.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, I never got to that point in my life. I never found myself curious about anything. That's why I had to Google all of these questions to ask you. So I guess, you know, for the kids at home, why don't you tell me, who are you and what do you do?
I am Joshua Rogers, a.k.a. Black Wick, a.k.a. Broken Machine Films, a.k.a. Illuminated Paz, a.k.a. Noob Cybot. We could go on and on.
We could. Which one of those is your favorite moniker?
Right now, I think it's late for dinner. But right now, Black Wick and Broken Machine Films. Yes. And Illuminated Paz. I don't know. I like them all.
Yeah, you just gotta roll a dice to figure out what you're gonna be today, right?
Yes.
Just spin the big wheel. So
what are we gonna be today?
Well, I probably all of them. We got to go through all of these. So I guess for the longest time you've been Joshua Rogers. And then at some point, which came first, Broken Machine Films or Illuminated Paths?
I'd have to say the egg came first. Let's see. Broken Machine Films was created by myself and a buddy of mine about 2001, perhaps. And we mainly focused on... both of us were enamored by film and video and had dabbled in it in our lives growing up. But about 2001, once we got into college, out of college, into the real world, decided that we'd start our own little company, Broken Machine Films, up in New York, doing short videos, music videos, little short films, commercials, fun times. But that's how the video stuff started, and yeah.
With the videos, so you what first drove you into wanting to do visual works like that?
At a very young age, my father, he was into photography. So I showed a little bit of interest in that when I was very young, but at some point he got us a video camera, VHS video camera. And I made it my life's existence to record damn near everything that I was doing. I didn't really write any scripts or anything back then. I was more of a documentarian as a kid. but I loved the idea of being able to utilize that medium with the video camera. And since then, I decided maybe I should work with music as well. I've always loved music. Never fancied myself an artist, quote unquote, or a musical artist. But yeah, started doing some music videos. We started out doing video work for Dentel, DNTEL, who is the better half of the Postal Service, the band, not the business. Dentel, Jimmy Tamborello, started a band with, was that Death Cab for Cutie, Ben Gippard. And we asked him if he was down for us to maybe do some video work for him back in probably 2001, 2002, just before the Postal Service hit. And yeah, we started from there, doing music videos for artists. And my buddy Dylan, the co-founder of the company, went on to very stellar things. And here I am, doing these great videos for artists. And now I do projection work, live projection work on artists as they perform. It's interactive, it's colorful, and the viewer seems to enjoy it. So that's where we're at with the Broken Machine films.
How did you come up with the name Broken Machine Films?
It's a very good question, Artist. Thank you. Too many drugs? No, I believe it was probably, if you want to be simplified on it, it was my buddy Dylan and myself were sitting smoking and kicking around ideas for the names for the company, and we were listening to Nine Inch Nails. And of course, on the album Broken, when he says this big broken machine, light bulb went off. And I was like, well, that sounds like that's the one.
That kind of plays into the style that you have too. Isn't there a kind of an aesthetic that you go for with your visuals?
Yeah, I enjoy the old school VHS glitch style because, I mean, that's where I started out anyways. And of course, back in the day, we'd get really pissed off at the glitchiness and try our best to clean that up. But as you get older, you realize there is no cleaning that up. You know, life is glitchy, life is gritty. And also that kind of look is very nostalgic to me and a lot of people. And it just, yeah, the whole aesthetic was definitely influenced by that grittier, darker sound. Currently, I am using something called Tachyon's Plus video glitch gear, which was created by a friend of mine, Logan Albimoth. Please do look them up because the glitch gear, the boxes that I use to glitch out my video work are also being utilized by quite a few artists these days live. I know that Tame Impala last year went out on tour exclusively using that gear. The Cure as well, I believe, is a year or two ago. Gary Newman. But yeah, I just love the way it looks. It's very saturated and it just really is inspiring in my thought processes about it. And like I said, it's interactive. So what I use is an interactive loop where I also have a live camera plugged into my gear. And I will use that to project onto the artists that are performing. And it creates that old 70s style, like kind of, you know, when they jump and then it glitch out and like kind of flow out like a flower, the colors and whatnot. That's what I do live for artists, which is very fun and engaging.
Definitely. I've seen your stuff a lot, and I know when I performed live that you did some of those visuals for me, and I've always liked it. There's something just as surreal as it is, there's a certain kind of realism that comes along with it that can really only be achieved through, I'll say, lower end video recorders or consumer level video equipment and things like that that have kind of been lost now that everybody has a 4K television camera in their pocket. It looks today, now that we have everything with motion smoothing and Blu-ray video and everything like that, it looks hyper realistic. And I don't really feel like that is intended in when these things are being made, with the high frame rates and the smoothing and the weird depth of field that comes to it. Definitely using the cameras and the VHS tapes, it's kind of grounding. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say that. It definitely adds a bit of vintage, maybe nostalgia, something to that effect that really makes it a little more personable, and makes it something that the audience can connect with.
How long did it take you to develop your signature style, and how has it evolved over the years?
That's a very good question.
I know, I wrote them.
I would say, could you repeat the question, please?
How long did it take to develop your own signature style, and how has it evolved? You specifically.
Okay. Yes. I would say I just started out with just using glitched out VHS tapes before I even got the gear. Just kind of projecting it next to maybe performing artists. And I would try out the same type of glitched VHS, just old busted VHS tapes, just to create in the studio music videos for artists. But as soon as I figured out that there are people out there creating these boxes that you can run your feed through and really give it a personal type of artistic feel, I really gravitated towards that. And so, yeah, that's, I can't say that I was mainly influenced by anything specific for that. I just kind of went with the flow, what felt right. And yeah, I really enjoy the outcome. I would honestly say that probably about 70% of what I create ends up, because of the sheer the way it's created, is lost, and only about 30% really remains. But that 30% is really beautiful. I love sharing that.
What do you get out of sharing your media?
I mean, honestly, a sense of that I'm really doing something that's different, doing something that people enjoy. And it's never really been about the money, but it's about just feeling like you've accomplished something, and that going forward, you could really be influencing others artistically, or inspiring others. And that's what keeps me going.
So from Broken Machine Films, the label popped up. That would be Illuminated Paths. And that
Illuminated Paths.
That would take you on a journey, and you've met a lot of artists. Tell me about your musical endeavors. What drove you to start creating audio?
Well, it stems from, running the Illuminated Paths label since 2013, and so many artists sending me such great music with the potential of release to the world. And I've always wanted to dabble with music, always wanted to create music, but never really. I used to play guitar, used to play bass, drums, but none of it really grabbed me. I never felt like I could do anything more than what other people are doing with it. But yeah, over the years, doing projection work for artists and music videos, and so many people asking me, well, you do all this video work, where's your audio stuff? Don't you create any audio? And I secretly had been more mixtape style, found sound. I would manipulate sounds that I would find, just old cassette tapes I'd find at thrift stores that aren't marked, and you have no idea really what it is. I would love to take pieces of that and kind of manipulate it to where it's more of a totally different style. That's kind of where vaporwave genre came from. Just taking something that's almost nostalgic, like you kind of notice that you hear little notes and things that just sound familiar yet not, and that's kind of where I started with the mixtapes. I'd find cool stuff on VHS and just record the audio and then manipulate it and send them off to friends of mine who were like-minded. And then eventually, they'd get back to me and they'd be like, hey, why don't you get some gear? Why don't you actually try and, create your own piece to manipulate? And so that's where Black Wick was born.
What instruments and devices are you using for Black Wick?
Currently, let's see. We'll walk over here and take a look at the gear. Let's see if we can see it. I don't know. I have a Mother 32 Moog synthesizer, line 6, which is what I use to run the Moog through. That's more of a guitar piece. You can manipulate the sound through that. I have an Akai drum machine that I use. And I have my SP404 that I got from Yip Yip and Autoclore. So it's very, I would say in the music scene that this is an awesome piece to have history-wise. I also like to use my micro cassette as a sample base, as opposed to having, like a record, records or a turntable or anything like that. I put all my little samples that I have found sounds and things that I've created. I'll put them on a loop on a cassette and then use that as my sample base.
Is there anything you're trying to convey, like a message or a feeling with the music that you're creating?
Ooh. A message. Keep hope alive. That anybody can do this stuff if you just knuckle down and put your mind to it. This gear wasn't really, it was purchased over time, but it kind of came to me. I didn't force it. I would just be traveling along and then somebody be like, oh, I want to get rid of this piece of gear. Or, hey, you want this thing. And then I just kind of amassed these pieces together, because how do you legitimately do a show just using cassettes and a cassette deck or something? So I was always trying to figure out how I can transfer what I do into a live setting. So like I said, over time, I just amassed this gear and figured that, I could do this. I could try and show people what I do in a more interesting fashion than just sitting behind cassette decks and maybe mixing cassettes live. That's cool, but that's not very engaging for an audience. So when I put my gear together and I do live shows, I like to also wear a quote unquote costume. I have a jacket and a baby head that I wear backwards to engage the audience. So
when it comes to the audience, here's the big one. You ready for the big one?
I am always ready for the big one.
What kind of feedback are you getting regarding your work then? With let's just stick with Black Wick then, because that's the one that's facing the audience a little bit more now. I know you've gotten a couple of write-ups, and I would say that you've been celebrated. But how are you taking the feedback?
Well, it's actually been pretty encouraging, because like I said, I do practice and I do write songs and things like that. But when I do a live set, I prefer it to be kind of off the cuff. Kind of, I let the gear go where it wants to. I'll present a couple of notes or maybe the beginning of a track that I'm working on. But for the most part, I try and gauge the audience, you know, see, do they want it more beaty? Do they want it slower, more ambient? But yeah, I just let the gear pretty much sing for me. And, which is another thing. I'm not really big on vocals. I never have been. So if you ever do catch a track where there's a Black Wick vocal on it, you better, you know, appreciate that, because that is few and far between that I will do that. I've never enjoyed my voice. So when I do vocals on a track, I like to record my vocals onto a microcassette. And then as I'm doing the song, play the pre-recorded vocals. That way I can manipulate them as the song's going forward. I can rewind, fast forward, slow it down, speed it up.
For the kids at home, how do you handle a negative criticism?
Oh yeah, sorry man, I went off on a tangent. As how I've been received. Well, I would say I haven't had anybody walk out. How's that?
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment.
But no, and people seem to, and I like when I perform, I like people to come up close to the gear, because a lot of it's interactive. You know, I have the plasma ball and things like that, and I want people to enjoy themselves and to come over and check out the gear. Even while I'm performing, it's perfectly fine. I just want people, like I said, to, if you're going out, you want to do something. You don't want to just go out and sit and then just watch this artist just stand there and push buttons. You know, you want to move around. You want to, you know, just enjoy yourself. You're out and about. So like I said, I've never really had any quote unquote bad reviews, but, it's encouraging. It makes me really want to continue doing this. And yeah, the sales are pretty good. Every time I put out an album, there's at least handful or more people that'll hit me up and grab a copy. I mainly appreciate putting it on cassettes because that's the background, that's the sound I'm looking for. But I also have vinyls available and mini CDs, and I try to utilize as many different types of medium as I am able to do. I mean, I also do VHS tapes, DVDs. You know, I haven't gotten into beta yet, or was that 8-track? I have had people ask to have their albums released on 8-track, but I can't seem to get that together.
What would you say is the biggest challenge you're facing as an artist?
Are we being real here? We're being real?
Either that or hilarious.
Oh, well, you know me, Argus. I'm not hilarious. So let's go for realism. All right. The biggest, I would say, obstruction for artists today, besides the obvious, I mean, besides money, you know, that's tight for everybody for anything these days. But I would say it's the scene itself, and it truly has changed over the years. I for many years, I just did projections for artists. I released their albums. I took them out on tours, but I never really did the music myself. So I was kind of outside of this bubble. But once I started doing live music and getting inside that specific bubble, yeah, the biggest hurdle I find is just the scene itself, because there's so many people doing so many great things, and they're also trying to get their name out there. And it's really, you know, and then you got these people who book these venues that are kind of have favoritism towards their friends or towards a specific type of sound, which I definitely don't ascribe to any specific type of sound. I mean, my sound has been compared to, I guess, you know, like even something as eclectic as the Residents or Negative Land, Coil, just maybe a darker, more snippet type of sound. I also definitely am influenced by hip hop. So a lot of the beats that I will use are those deeper kind of boom bap style, old school mixtape style. And that's what I prefer. So like I said, when I do stuff live, I try and convey that cassette aesthetic as best as I can.
So what's the latest thing you've put out, and where can somebody get a hold of it? Where can they listen to it at?
I am always creating things, visually or auditorily. And I post up a lot of my albums on illuminatedpaths.bandcamp.com. That's the record label that I've been running since 2013. You can also find my albums on other labels, such as Pop Nihil or Bellicose. There's a couple French labels. There's a German label and so on. But yeah, I would encourage, if you wanted to get deep into Black Wick, I would encourage just maybe checking out some of my live shows, some of the albums. You can go to YouTube. You can also find a lot of my live shows on Hal McGee YouTube channel. And please do check out my Broken Machine Films YouTube channel. And the easiest way to get to that is just go to YouTube and type in Broken Machine Films as one word, and then it'll go right to my channel.
Fantastic. Well, I'd like to thank you for taking a time out and answering some questions for me today to send over to our pals at JOKERJOKERtv. Any parting words?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, I'm Dr. Fox, broadcasting once again from the Hypercube studios, and you can find more of my work at timefortheshow.com or hypercubego.com. Thanks again. We'll catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello. Record here or here.
Offering new and reborn cassettes, digital downloads, DVDs, VHS, compact discs, and even t-shirts, all as low as $5 US. Brought to you by Broken Machine Films. Illuminated paths, go on, shall lead your head home.
Short, sweet, real raw take. Good job.
We're all going to go to that house over there for a special Moon Jelly one-song performance. It is unbelievably fascinating. They did such a great job of rearranging a song. Let's go over there right now, and the torchbearer will lead us. Let's go.
Must find the church.
Next thing you know, we're out on line 4, row 10.
This is a song from Romanian Names. It is called Forest Knolls, and all of the work was done by this awesome band, Moon Jelly, not by me. Yeah, but this is awesome. Okay, here we go.
After we popped in summer, a secret code.
Woo-hoo!
Moon Jelly. This band is incredible. Moon Jelly. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. And Jason Silver. Thanks, Jason. Thank you. This is Anna who sang. And Anna sang. She taught me my own song. Thank you, Anna. Let's have a dance party. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for coming into this house. This is pretty good. I'll see you outside.
Wash away my sorrow, take away my pain. Your love coming down like